So back doing TG, going to go through a back and hamstring session today. I've actually adjusted my effort a little bit just to one, focus on weakness, two, I've actually taken my volume down fucking a lot. And the reason being is I'm trying to stay bigger and trying to stay full. So I've actually dropped down to one all-out rest pause and then one back offset. And I'm actually like starting to really be very specific with my movements rather than just do like absolutely everything. Because the problem I was finding was I'm so used to training high volume. After sessions I was just completely fucked and like that. And you know, I know that as I get older in this sport I can't continue to train that, otherwise I'm just not going to last for longer. So I had to really start to think about, you know, what's enough and what's too much. So that's why I'm going to take this back session and kind of give you an idea of like the method or methodology we're using now and how specific not only the movements are, but how specific the reps are. So we are really breaking down every single part of back, everything. We'll also make sure that rep execution is and muscle connection is the priority over the weight. So yes, I'm going to be going to failure, especially on my T-working sets. The main thing is that I want to be able to connect and feel every part of the back down. So it's more going to be form over weight. Now, I did the first back workout here last week because I was only right back in San Diego last week. So I'm still kind of like trying to figure out the exact machines I'm using, but I feel like here I've got the perfect setup to really the movement. So I'm going to start with a Nautilus pull down for my lats. I really like to start with this movement over the lats, see if we get a nice attractive, and then we'll move into something else. So what I'll do here is actually do like, usually I do like 2 to 3 sort of like warm-up sets, depending on the movement. Obviously this is my first exercise, so you know, I'll probably build up slowly into my first working set. And then when I get onto the other movements, I'll do around like 2 warm-up sets. You know, the first set might be like 10 reps real light. And then when I kind of feel that I'm trying to gauge the weight, I think I might be 6 to 8 reps. You'll see as we go along the method, you know, and how like, you know, for example, if I'm doing like a hack squat and I'm going to work it to a really heavy weight, I might go like 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates. But when I'm doing like 5 plates, I might do like 2 or 3 reps. And then I've gauged the weight right, and when it's my all-out set, then I'll go fucking balls out. So, I see so many guys butchering this exercise and just doing it fucking completely wrong. So I actually like to go like an underarm grip, so I feel like I can open my lat out more. And if you notice, like my elbow is tucked in, I'm almost like leaning over to the side, tucking my elbow in, so my lats are already engaged. You know, I'm coming all the way up, I'm stretching my lat out the top, and I'm driving down, I'm squeezing hard at the bottom. Guys do this exercise like horribly wrong because they load like 1 million plates on it and they don't even fucking work their activate their lat, they're just using all bicep. You know, so really like imagine like crunching your oblique, you know, keep your elbow tucked in and really open the lat up at the top and you know squeeze and contract the lat hard at the bottom. So again, just working the weight up, 3 plates, now it's gonna get heavy now, so I'll probably do like 4 or 5 reps here just to gauge the weight. I think last week I got 4 plates, so I might just try to increase it a little bit. But I just want to make sure my form's perfect. So my first working set's going to be around 8 to 10 reps. And then my back off set is going to be 15. And that's pretty much the method. You know, some other times I'll increase on legs if my back off sets are slightly higher reps. I can feel the legs can take more volume. So I'll also show you that on Friday. But for now, we're just 8-10 reps heavy with a rest pause, and then we're going to go for a back off set. So this is probably my last warm-up set. First set, I actually been keeping a log of my weights and the movements I'm doing. I don't want to be a logbook wanker, so I actually just keep a rough note on my phone. But obviously I don't like to go off any logbooks because some days you feel strong, some days you don't. You know, and that's reality. So I'm not trying to chase weight, I'm trying to chase connection. I'm trying to chase feeling in the lat. So I don't want to log my weights, but I want to, you know, get a rough idea of the weight I'm using. So I think last week I did 4 plates at a quarter. So I did 9 reps. So I'm probably going to hit that again today, maybe try to 10 reps. But again, the main thing being the weight. You know, like I don't feel like crazy strong today, so I probably just gonna stick with it, and I'm trying to feel right. So that's one thing. That's why I don't really like a logbook, because I feel like you're always trying to beat the weight, and you know, you want to focus on connection and feelings, and that's the most important part of this whole thing. So, you know, a logbook's great as an indication and can give you an idea of, you know, that you're getting stronger, but don't just try to beat your weight every time, because there's going to come a point in your training where you can't physically get any stronger. You know, you need to be feeling the muscle, and that's what matters. And once you start trying to focus on weight too much, that's when the form goes. So I'm actually going to probably hit this 4 plates. Like I said, it was 4.25 last week. So I'm probably going to do 4 plates. I feel like it'll feel good. So, as you can see, 4 plates beside there, I got like just short of 10 reps. So probably one more rep than last week. I then did 9-3, I did 10-3 there. So, as you can see, the weight's really heavy, but I'm still contracting hard. I'm still getting a really stretch at the top. So, I could go like an extra plate and just move the weight from A to B. But at the end of the day, I'm not connecting or contracting the muscle, so ain't gonna fucking rock. You know, so yeah, I'm a failure. I'm trying not to do too much volume. You know, kind of get in and get out. You know, connect with the muscle, fuck it up and then leave. So we're gonna do a back off set now. Around 12 to 15 reps, so I'll drop a plate. Again, keep the form real strict. No rest pause, just a back off set to failure. So I matched the weight there is what I did last week. This is like, well, it's quite nice to not log my shit, but know what weights I used last week, because I know if I'm getting stronger or weaker in prep. You know, the whole point is to not lose any strength. So my first set, I actually got one more rep, and that set I matched it. It's a very nice indication, you know, of making sure that I'm not getting weaker. And I think a lot of that is in your head. You know, a lot of guys like feel tired, come into the gym, they feel tired, they feel fucked, and it translates to the training. If you've got a mindset that's like bulletproof, and you know, when you get tired, you switch on and you think, fuck, I'm tired, I've got to work harder. And if I tell myself I'm tired, then I'm just going to get weaker. But you've got to switch it on yourself and be like, I'm tired, so I've got to go fucking harder. You know, I'm tired, so I've got to lift heavier. And that's where I think, that's that mindset, that's the difference between someone who wants to win and someone who's just feeling sorry for himself. So, upper back row, mid to upper back. I find this really hits like my mid and upper back nice. Usually I use this or a T-bar, but I connect pretty well with this one. Or the prime T-bar. But because I've just been doing this machine, I'm going to stick with it. This is more like a mid upper back row. And I'm going to go to kind of a lower lat. Again, just starting nice and light, building the weight up. I notice when I'm doing this movement, I'm trying to really stretch open my lats up. And as I'm driving through, you know, keep my chest on the pad. That's the thing, you see a lot of guys do this movement and they almost like come all the way back, arch the lower back, and it's just all lower back, you know. I want to keep it in that mid upper back. I actually like to twist the handles as I do it. I just like to connect better. So like I use the warm-up sets to not only like gauge the weight, but also feel the movement, you know, make sure the seat's positioned perfectly. Like for example, then I feel like I can still stretch a little bit more. So I'm just gonna bring this out a little bit more. But it's almost like warming up and getting the feel of the motion before I then move into my working set. This machine just feels really nice on my mid upper back. So there, for example, I only did 7 reps because it's starting to get a bit heavy in the control and in the way I'm doing the motion. Remember, I'm squeezing hard, getting a big stretch. Those slow reps, big contraction. So I don't want to waste energy. I think that's what I've been running in the past, is like my warm-up sets kept being like fucking all out sets, you know? So I'm gonna save the all out set for this rest pause set, which is probably the next set. I'm sure to focus on really squeezing the fuck out my back. And also notice like I actually like to put my legs behind me, because if I'm here, when I'm pulling, it allows me to do this. It allows me to bring the chest off the pad. If I'm back here, my chest is like stuck in the pad. And also, legs behind you, just makes you use more flex. If I stand here, I'll put like fucking 5-6 plates on and go, but I'll be using this. You know, so just keep it in that upper back. so a little bit extra weight this week, 9 and a 4, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna back off the weight a little bit and go for some higher reps. So I'm probably gonna go down to like maybe 2 3/4. I feel like that'd be a good 12 to 15 rep range. So as you can see, that's why I'm saying it's kind of nice just to know what I lifted last week, just so I know if I can get stronger or weaker. But I'm not so caught up on going heavier. If it feels good, I'll go. For me, it feels good and feel like I'm strong. I'll add a little bit of weight, marginally. But that's not my main purpose. My main purpose is to feel it. So, like I said, don't know what I did last week. I've checked on my phone. I feel like 2 3/4 for a back off. It'll feel nice. Okay, so we're gonna move on to a prime row now. Now, done some lat work, done some mid upper back work, gonna hit the lower lats now. So I'm actually gonna hold the handles right at the bottom, so here. I'm gonna try pull it all the way in into my lower lats, so almost like in as it is going to come into my hip. Now, I want to keep my elbows in, get a big contraction up top, and open my lats and stretch it out. So I actually like to put the seat really high up, so I can drive my elbow and tuck it all the way in. And I'm going to stretch out the top. So the main thing here, big contraction, a nice big stretch, open the back up. Now imagine, on the way down, you're pulling a lat spread, really open the lats up as you come up, elbow tucked in, and drive it in hard. So again, I'm going to build the weight up until I get to my working set. I'm going to do all that rest pause and a back off set. So I'm getting there to my working weight, so I ain't going to waste energy. For the next set, I'll put another 10 on, and that'll be about my first working set. So it still feels a little bit light, so I'm actually going to go up a little bit. So a little bit heavier this week, 9 and 3. So I'll go down a little bit now for my rest pause. Probably do maybe 2 and 10. I think that'll be nice. So I've just alternate the machine today because someone's using a hammer. So usually I go for conventional hammer strength, but it's quite nice as well because it comes from a lower angle, I can actually crunch over a little bit, lean over to the side. I can focus and tuck my elbow in. It really engages my lower lat well, so it's quite smooth. So let's roll with this week. It's just a slight variation, so I'm not going to wait around for someone who's probably got a fucking 4 sets, which takes fucking an hour, and then wonders why they have no muscle. Okay. Next set, we'll go working set for 8 to 10 reps. I reckon it'll be about 4 plates. Like I said, it's a new machine, so it's still gauging. The lat pull down now, 2 sets of 20 reps. This actually might be a little bit heavy, so, because I'm pretty sure I did 20 last week for 15. This is a really heavy fucking lat pull down. So here, just going to do 2 sets of 20 reps to finish off, finish the back off, pump the back up. And if you notice at the top, I'm stretching the lats out. So I'm kind of getting like a slight pause at the top with a stretch, and then nice contraction. Last exercise I'm back, and then, like I said, only just 2 sets, 20 reps, and then we go to hamstrings. That's back done. We'll move on to hamstrings now.
If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take note, raise a toast to the goat, yeah. Body be dripping and fancy, part of my nose with that fancy. Money on me, I got plenty. Hundreds, 50s, and 20s. Stack, lot of them. Racks, house by the lake, bought that. Opposite the brakes, draw back. Paddock on my wrist, I'ma hit 'em with a drip. They gon' pay the VIP to get a pic with me. I'm a star. Brand new keys to the car. I'm the boss and the king and the czar. Got me so high, so addicted. Telling me I'm the only queen of his heart. Guess I let you co-star. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take note. Raise a toast to the goat, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take note. Raise a toast to the goat, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma be the best. You can bet I got the recipe. Mastermind, creator of this high vibe energy. Only thing I'm loyal to is building a legacy. So quit testing me. Lot of commas in the bank, I'm a provider. Tell the amateurs stay in they lane, ain't no outsider. Bought a mansion in LA, right next to Mariah. Write a song, get filthy paid, price going high, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it,
So, again, progress the weight a little bit there. Gonna finish off with a wide stance leg press with a frog stance to hit the hamstrings. Actually interested because one of my clients messaged me the other day, he's like, how do I hit hamstrings on a leg press? So that I'll show you right now. The whole thing is you want a higher, wider stance, feet angled out, and go really nice and deep in the pocket. Really stretch out the hamstrings and abductors. Just going to show you on that. I actually like to use a squat press for this, as I find it really hits my hamstrings and adductors hard. Alternatively, you can do like a belt squat, wide, feet angled out. Even a pile squat and a Smith, you know, hack squat, feet wide and angled out. Whole point is, when you're trying to hit hamstring on a leg press, is knees need to go out, feet need to be turned out. You don't want to let the knees concave in because then you can hit more quads. And a higher and wider stance. Obviously narrow and lower for quad and higher, wider hamstrings. So we're going to hit that now. I'm glad that leg press is already loaded. Nothing worse than this gym. When you're in Dubai, they put the weights on and off you. Not here, man. Leg day is like 15,000 steps. So my next set, that's gonna be my working set. So as you can see, as I'm going down, I'm still forcing my knees out. They're not able to concave in, they're staying outwards. I'm pausing that pocket and I'm driving through, pushing through my heel. So next set's working set, 2 warm-up sets. I like to just feel this movement because I am going deep. I want to be safe, you know. So my working set probably another plate, and then we'll go 15 reps. Fuck. My fucking abductors. And that's hamstrings done.